He wakes at 4 and doesn't need a reason. He presses the same suit in the same deliberate way. He doesn't post about the weight he's carrying. He doesn't need the world to know about his day. They ask him why he's always so composed. He smiles the way a man smiles when he knows that showing everything you feel is a transaction. He made a different kind of deal a long time ago. Stay silent, carry on. That's the oldest code there is. Stay silent, carry on. Don't explain the way you live. The ones who understand already do. Stay silent, carry on. It's the only way a gentleman gets through. He's been through things that would have broken others. He stood in rooms that would have made most men retreat. He doesn't wear it like a badge or like a story. He wears it like a suit, complete. You don't need them to know. Whisper words, don't need them to see. The strength that carries you is the kind that carries quietly. Stay silent, carry on. That's the code. Stay silent, carry on. The weight was always his to bear. Stay silent, carry on. Not because nobody cares, but because the man who carries what he carries doesn't need the crowd to make it real. Stay silent, carry on. The gentleman's curse is feeling everything completely while appearing to feel nothing at all. It's having the full range of the human instrument and having learned at cost to play it only in private. He feels the room before he enters it. He feels the conversation underneath the conversation. He feels what the other man is carrying before the other man has said a word, and he carries it, that feeling plus his own, while appearing to carry nothing. The gentleman's curse is the depth that doesn't show. The gentleman's curse is the fire under all the cold. He feels more than you believe and shows you less than you deserve. The gentleman's curse is that the code requires the fullest man to appear the emptiest. She said once, I wish you'd just show me what's actually happening inside. He said, if I showed you everything happening inside, you'd bigger room for the feeling of it. She laughed, and he laughed, and the laugh was the truest thing said all week. The curse is not the feeling, whisper. The curse is the requirement, whisper. That the feeling, whisper, stay exactly where it is, whisper, and not inconvenience anyone, whisper, with its depth. The gentleman's curse is being built for feeling in a world that rewards the appearance of not. The gentleman's curse is the private life of everything the public life can't hold. The gentleman's curse is the price of being both this sensitive and this control.
Two things built everything that matters: what you were willing to bleed for, and what you refused to compromise, no matter the price of the refusal. Those two things, blood and discipline, are the only architecture that holds. He learned it from the men before him, who learned it from the men before them. A code passed down without a document, just a handshake and a look that said, this is what we are, and this is what we never do, regardless.
Blood and discipline,
that's the foundation of the real.
blood and discipline
is the only thing that's built to feel like something that will last past the men who built it. Blood and discipline is the oldest and the only code that still means anything. Money comes and goes, the territory shifts and changes, the alliances adjust to what the season requires. But blood and discipline stay exactly what they are, from the first oath to the last fire. What you're willing to pay, what you won't betray, together they make the only man worth calling by that name. Blues holler, blood and discipline are the only things that don't lie. Build everything worth having. Blood and discipline is the oldest kind of reckoning between a man and what he is and what he's willing to be. Blood and discipline is the code, and the code is everything. He wakes at 4 and doesn't need a reason. He presses the same suit in the same deliberate way. He doesn't post about the weight he's carrying. He doesn't need the world to know about his day. They ask him why he's always so composed. He smiles the way a man smiles when he knows that showing everything you feel is a transaction. He made a different kind of deal a long time ago. Stay silent, carry on. That's the oldest code there is. Stay silent, carry on. Don't explain the way you live. The ones who understand already do. Stay silent, carry on. It's the only way a gentleman gets through. He's been through things that would have broken others. He stood in rooms that would have made most men retreat. He doesn't wear it like a badge or like a stootie. He wears it like a suit, complete. He
don't need them to know. You don't need them to see the strength that carries you is the kind that carries quietly. Stay silent. Carry on. That's the code. Stay silent. Carry on. The weight was always his to bear. Stay silent. Carry on. Not because nobody cares, but because the man who carries what he carries doesn't need the crowd to make it real. Stay silent, carry on.
He takes the last cigarette from the last pack of a brand they don't make anymore. He lights it the way his father showed him once, in a city that no longer has that bar. Some rituals are just rituals until they're suddenly the last time, and you don't always know it's the last time until it's already done, and you're holding the empty where the full thing used to be. The last cigarette is the punctuation of the era. The last cigarette is how a man says goodbye to the version of himself that smoked through everything he built. The last cigarette is the closing of a chapter with the only ceremony appropriate to the chapter being closed. He doesn't romanticize it, he just lets it mean what it means, which is something ends here and something else begins, with cleaner lungs and the particular kind of clarity that comes after you've closed the door on who you were. One last drag, whisper one last exhale, whisper one last look, whisper at everything this version of him built. Then the last ember, whisper in the dark.
last cigarette burns down to exactly nothing. The last cigarette says everything without saying anything. He drops it, watches it go out, and walks into the next thing. The last cigarette is the most elegant goodbye a man can offer to the man he's done being.
Nobody made him pick it up. He saw it lying on the ground, and understood that somebody had to carry it. And that somebody was gonna be him. They asked him why he chose the harder version, when the easier one was right beside him. He said the harder version is the one that builds the kind of man I intend to be, and the easier one would make me someone else entirely. The weight he chose is not a burden, it's a blueprint. The weight he chose is what the purpose feels like from the inside. He picked it up with both hands, and he called it his design. The weight he chose is the architecture of a man who chose to be worth something. Some men carry what was put on them by circumstance. He carries what he picked up in full consciousness. The difference is the ownership. The difference is the pride of a man who made a choice and never put it down. The chosen weight whisper sits differently, whisper than the one they gave you. Whisper without asking, choose yours and carry it like a crown. The weight he chose made him exactly what he is. The weight he chose is entirely his. He wouldn't trade it for the lighter version, not for anything. The weight he chose is the weight of a man who chose to be worth something. Nobody knows exactly where he came from. Nobody's entirely sure where he's going. He appears in the rooms that require his particular kind of presence, and disappears before the questions start showing. The long coat is not a fashion, it's an architecture. It says I've walked through weather you haven't seen the kind of, and I walk through weather you haven't seen yet. And the coat is just the cost of being the kind of man who walks through everything. The man in the long coat is the one the room adjusts for. The man in the long coat is the presence every room makes a space for, without knowing why, without being asked. The man in the long coat is the archetype of every man who ever chose the harder version of the road. He doesn't explain the coat, he doesn't explain the silence, he doesn't explain the way he enters or the way he leaves. He's the man in the long coat, and the coat says everything. The man has already decided not to. He came from somewhere cold. He's going somewhere colder. But in every room between, he is the warmest presence nobody will explain. Stay long enough to need a name in any room. The man in the long coat makes the room remember the particular quality of his room, filling silence long after the coat has gone. talking, I'm counting. While you're reacting, I'm deciding. While you're telling the room what you're going to do, I'm 3 rooms ahead of where you think I am. Every conversation is a calculation. Every handshake is a data point. Every room I enter gets assessed. Before I choose my seat, before I choose my words, before I choose what version of myself the room deserves. Silent calculations running underneath the surface. Silent calculations. Every move serves a purpose. You see the man who's quiet, I see a man who's counting. Silent calculations, the most powerful kind of accounting. I don't play chess to win the game. I play chess to understand the player. I don't enter rooms to take them over. I enter rooms to read them and take them later when the reading is complete. Whisper, everything is information. Whisper, everyone reveals themselves. Whisper, the silent man just listens and does the math himself. Silent calculations, that's the only way I move. Silent calculation. Before I make my move, the room thinks nothing's happening. I'm already done. Silent calculations, already won. They see the crown, they don't see the cost. They see the throne room, they don't see the frost of every winter that preceded this particular warmth. They see the man in the seat of power, not the man who paid for the seat. The cost was not in money, the money was among it. The cost was in the specific people he couldn't be for the work. The cost was in the years, the cost was in rooms, the cost was in the version of himself he had to give to get here. The crown and the cost come in the same delivery. The crown and the cost are the same thing, viewed from different distances. distances. You see the crown from far away. You only feel the cost from inside it. The crown and the cost is the full accounting of a life spent building something worth having. Because he paid for it in full. There's a particular kind of wearing that only comes from having earned the right to wear it without owing anyone the justification. The crown is real. Real, he'd pay it again. Whisper, he just wants you to know. Whisper, it wasn't free. Blues holler, every crown has a cost, and I paid mine. To the same man. The crown and the cost both fit inside the same hand. He holds them both equally, with equal understanding. The crown and the cost are the honest portrait of a man who built and paid and wore it. He didn't announce the construction. He didn't hold a press conference for the foundation or the framework or the first wall going up. He just built quietly in the hours when the room was looking elsewhere. By the time they noticed, the scaffolding was down, and what they saw was the finished thing that they had no record of beginning. No blueprint they had seen, no announcement they could trace, just an empire standing where there was empty space. The silent empire, built in the spaces they forgot to watch. The silent empire, constructed while they talked about the things they thought were happening. The silent empire is the only kind that lasts, because the ones who build in silence are the ones who built to last. He runs it now from a quiet room at an unremarkable address, where the men who need to find him know exactly where to look, and the men who don't are exactly who he wants to remain unaware of the empire in the quiet room. It was never loud, it was never announced, it was just built, while everyone was watching. Something else builds. The silent empire stands, and nobody knows how it got here. And that's exactly how he built it. The silent empire, built by the man no one was watching. The silent empire, by the hand no one was clocking. It stands now in the silence that it was always built to stand in. The silent empire is the only kind of empire that doesn't fall when the noise dies down. They had what he needed, and they knew he needed it, and they waited to see what the need would make him do. He looked at them, looked at the need, looked at the version of himself that begging would require, and chose the need. It cost him that year, and several after it. It cost him rooms he should have been in, and deals he should have made. But what it didn't cost him was the only thing he couldn't afford to spend. The part that stayed upright. He never begged, not for the room or the deal or the door. He never begged, even when the begging would have opened more. Then not begging cost him. He kept his hands at his sides. He never begged because some prices are too high, even when you're poor. He built it slower because of it. He arrived later than he should have. He missed some windows that the ones who asked got through. And he'd make the same decision every time it comes around, because the man he is was built in the moments he chose not to bow.
Not because pride is more important than survival, but because a man who begs for what should be given. Whisper teaches the room, whisper, that the begging works, whisper, and he refused, whisper, to teach that lesson. He never begged, and the world adjusted to that fact. He never begged, and the world eventually came back with what he needed on terms he could accept. He never begged, and that is how he kept the only thing no one could give him back if he'd given it away. Dignified and cold.
Nobody made him pick it up. He saw it lying on the ground and understood that somebody had to carry it, and that somebody was going to be him. They asked him why he chose the harder version when the easier one was right beside it. He said, the harder version is the one that builds the kind of man I intend to be, and the easier one would make me someone else entirely. The way he chose is not a burden, it's a blueprint. The way he chose is what the purpose feels like from the inside. He picked it up with both hands, and he called it his design. The way he chose is the architecture of a man who chose to be worth something. Some men carry what was put on them by circumstance. He carries what he picked up in full consciousness. The difference is the ownership. The difference is the pride of a man who made a choice and never put it down. Whisper, the chosen weight. Whisper sits differently. Whisper than the one they gave you. Whisper without asking. Choose yours and carry it like a crown.
The weight he chose made him exactly what he is. The weight he chose is entirely his. He wouldn't trade it for the lighter version, not for anything. The weight he chose
Is the weight of a man who chose to be worth something. Silence. They gave him nothing at the start. Not a map, not a hand, not a name worth carrying. They gave him the cold side of the city and told him that's exactly where he'd stay. He didn't argue with the assessment. He didn't waste his anger on the verdict. He took the dark they gave him as raw material and started building what they said he couldn't build. Built from darkness, that's the only way he knows. Built from darkness. Watch what darkness grows when a man decides the dark is not a sentence but a starting point. Built from darkness is the only kind of structure that was always meant to stand. Every man they underestimated, every room they said he couldn't enter, every door that closed before he knocked became the reason he arrived through windows they had forgotten, they had left unlocked. They said the dark would keep you. They said you never rise. They didn't count on darkness being where a man's fire hides. I was built from darkness, and I brought the light out with me. Built from darkness, and I built it into everything they see. cannot be taken down.
He gave them every reason to underestimate him. He didn't correct the assessment. He fed it. The smaller they thought he was, the more room he had to build the thing they'd forgotten to watch. He listened to the dismissals and took notes. He cataloged the assumptions and used them. Every time they looked past him, he moved through the space they left unguarded by looking past him. They never saw him coming because they never saw him. They never saw him coming because they couldn't see him for looking at the obvious targets, the loud ones, the visible ones. They never saw him coming, and by the time they did, he was already there. Cold satisfaction, he doesn't gloat about it. That would be the announcement. He moved without, he just occupies what he built in the silence they provided him by assuming he wasn't building anything. They said, he's quiet. He heard, keep going. They said, he's nobody. He heard, perfect. Building to full voice. They gave me every advantage by believing I had none. Blues holler for release. They never saw me coming, and that was always the plan. They never saw me coming, and now they understand. They never saw him coming. That was the entire strategy. They never saw him coming because invisibility is the most powerful position in any room you're entering. They never saw him coming, and the thing he built while they were looking elsewhere is the thing they're looking at now. boast of progress. He doesn't share the blueprint. He doesn't need the audience to validate the work. He just builds one deliberate stone at a time. And the hours before the world decides to start watching, the difference between the man who announces and the man who delivers is about 3 to 5 years of unremarkable mornings where nobody was watching, and the work got done anyway. That's the gap between the talking and the building. Building in silence is the only way to build something real. Building in silence is what the structure starts to feel like when the foundation is solid and the walls don't need defense. Building in silence is the patient man's dividend on 10,000 unremarkable mornings. And by the time they ask him how he built it so completely, he's already 3 projects past the one they just noticed. He doesn't explain the method, he just nods and continues building in the silence. They're too busy talking to occupy. Whisper while you were announcing. Whisper, I was building. Whisper while you were performing the building. Whisper, I was done. Oh, building in silence is the oldest form of winning. Building in silence is how every empire starts its beginning. In the dark, before the ceremony, before the ribbon and the crowd. Building in silence is the loudest thing a man can do without making a sound. He didn't defeat his demons. Defeating them was never possible. He met them one by one in their honest room and talked to them until he understood what they were made of and what they had been trying to protect this whole time. The anger was protected
protecting something vulnerable. The silence was protecting something too exposed. The coldness was protecting something warm that had been burned too many times. To trust the room with warmth again.
Making peace with the demons
is harder than fighting them.
Making peace with the demons
means sitting with them, means understanding why they came,
what they came to guard.
Making peace with the demons is the bravest thing a man can do. When the demons are the parts of him he hasn't met yet. He knows them now by name and by the particular shape of what they got. He doesn't love them, but he respects the function. He gives them their due room, and in return they've let him have the rest of the house. Whisper, honest whisper, the demon isn't the enemy. Whisper, the demon is the part of you.
Whisper, that was hurt.
Whisper, and chose a hard way.
Whisper, making sure.
Whisper, it never happened again. Blues holler, I made peace with mine and now they work for me.
Making peace with the demons
is how you integrate the whole man.
Making peace with the demons
is the completion of the plan of becoming fully yourself,
including the difficult part.
Making peace with the demons is the gentlest and the bravest thing a man can do with his own heart. Two things built everything that matters: what you were willing to bleed for, and what you refused to compromise, no matter the price of the refusal. Those two things, blood and discipline, are the only architecture that holds. He learned it from the men before him, who learned it from the men before them. A code passed down without a document,
Just a handshake and a look that said, this is what we are, and this is what we never do. Regardless, blood and discipline, that's the foundation of the real. Blood and discipline is the only thing that's built to feel like something that will last. Past the men who built it, blood and discipline is the oldest and the only code that still means anything. Money comes and goes, the territory shifts and changes, the alliances adjust to what the season requires. But blood and discipline stay exactly what they are, from the first oath to the last fire. What you're willing to pay,
what you won't betray,
what you won't betray.
Together they make the only man
Worth calling by that name. Blues holler, blood and discipline are the only things that don't lie.
blood and discipline. Blood and discipline. Blood and discipline.
Built everything worth having.
Blood and discipline
Is the oldest kind of reckoning between a man and what he is, and what he's willing to be. Blood and discipline is the code, and the code is everything. Cold rain on the window, glass of something honest in his hand. Not performing for the evening, not constructing any plan. Just him and the rain, and the particular quality of late night thinking that only comes when the day has been honest enough to earn it. He pours it slow and holds it longer than a man who's drinking for the effect. He's drinking for the conversation that the stillness of it generates, between himself and every version of himself that led to this particular evening. Cold rain and whiskey is the most honest combination. Cold rain and whiskey is the gentleman's meditation. No performance, no agenda, just the rain and what it says. Cold rain and whiskey is the evening that a man earns with all the other evenings that he spent on something else. He'll sit here till the rain decides it's finished, or till the glass is empty, whichever first. He's not in any hurry to be anywhere. He's exactly where the evening asked him to be. Whisper, cold rain, whisper, and the right amount of warmth. Whisper, and the honest thoughts. Whisper, that only come. Whisper, when you stop trying. Whisper, to control what you're thinking. Cold rain and whiskey is the room a man builds for himself. Cold rain and whiskey, when the rest is on the shelf of tomorrow's obligations. This evening just belongs to cold rain and whiskey and the honest conversation a man has with himself when no one's watching. He doesn't explain the decision. He doesn't justify the move. He doesn't seek the room's approval before he finds the groove of the next thing he intends to build without their understanding. Kings don't explain. They've been waiting for the speech, the breakdown of the reasoning. They've been expecting the apology, or at minimum the context. He looked at them across the table, poured a glass and said, I don't explain. Kings don't explain the castle or the road they took. Kings don't explain the war they started history in before the history was done.
Kings don't explain,
Because explaining is for men who need permission to be who they already are. The man who explains every decision is the man who doubts them. The man who stands behind his choices without the speech. Doesn't need your understanding, doesn't need your buy-in, doesn't need the room. You want an explanation? Whisper for why I am who I am. Whisper for why I do what I do. Whisper. The answer is full voice, cold and certain. I don't explain to rooms that aren't worth explaining to.
kings don't explain,
And neither does this man.
kings don't explain,
The outcome or the plan, the results will do the talking. When the time for talking's done,
kings don't explain,
They just become what they already were. He doesn't check to see if the room approves. He doesn't wait for someone else to validate his moves. He built his own criteria for what success looks like, and measures himself by that, not by what others write. They offered him the acceptance that came with compromise. He thanked them and declined, and watched the surprise register across their faces like a language they'd forgotten, that a man could be complete without the crowd he'd gotten. No validation needed from a room that doesn't know him. No validation needed from a world that tried to own him. He decided what he's worth by the standard he set himself. No validation needed, just the work and the results it builds. The most dangerous thing you'll meet in any room you're entering is the man who genuinely does not need you to believe in him, who built his world with or without your blessing or your recognition. recognition, no validation needed, is the most complete position. I don't need you to agree with me. I don't need you to understand. I need what I have always needed. Nothing from anyone but myself. No validation needed. That's the code he lives inside. No validation needed is the source of all his strife. The man who needs no audience performs at his highest every time. No validation needed.